A calm morning on the eve of the Auckland Anniversary long weekend. The same way things started 1 year ago, before scenes like this rocked the city. Within hours, most of Auckland was virtually underwater. Motorways got cut off and many people were forced to evacuate their homes. This main road in Wairau Valley on the North Shore was completely underwater by the evening. Cars and buses were literally seen floating down the street. Meanwhile, staff at the Pack and Save behind me were trapped for some time before having to evacuate through knee-high water. At Auckland Airport, travellers were left stranded, with this the state of the terminal.
The water levels around the terminal started to come up, the stormwater system started to reach capacity, and that's when we had the flooding in the terminal. So it really hit us in that early evening, and unfortunately a lot of people had gone home for the day when it started to hit. But we were also very fortunate there were still a lot of people, being a 24/7 operation here, who were the ones who had the immediate response to the event.
The aftermath was daunting. Not only did it include a mammoth clean-up, but it raised significant questions over how to build back better. It's left many still counting the costs 1 year on. Pack and Save Wairau's had to upgrade their health and safety protocols by carrying out robust risk assessments. Just 60 of Watercare's 200 issues have been resolved, with work expected to extend to next year and likely at a cost of about $100 million. And while things look good on the surface, the airport too has work to do.
We had the terminal up and running within 36 hours, which is an unbelievable effort by a whole bunch of people. But there's still work ongoing for the major replacements of things like escalators and lifts, which we have temporary fixes for and they operate now, but we actually have to permanently replace those. So that will happen during the course of this year. So we're still dealing with the flood this year.
It's been a tough journey for many homeowners. Insurance companies say the costly payouts are pushing up premiums, particularly in flood-affected areas. Tracy Pilgrim and her husband remain living in this cabin after their Ranui home was declared Category 3.
We weren't able to save anything on the property. It was all just washed away again. And then this is where we live now, and we have been living here in a cabin since January 2023. It's been a journey. I don't actually remember what it's like to live in a proper house anymore.
Across the city, about 1,700 properties were red or yellow stickered. But since then, more than 1,400 new home consents have been granted in Auckland's floodplains. Almost 15% were in hazard zones, which includes flood-prone areas.
Why was there a house there? Why were streets and residences put there? Why is more building occurring there if it's all just going to flood again? You know, it destroys people's lives, and it takes away everything they've worked for their whole life.
A firm message with hope's lessons from this frightening day won't be forgotten. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.